Hey, what's going on, guys? Mindy7B here. Welcome back to another episode of NASCAR Thunder 2000. It's episode number 106 today for our final season here. Our second race of the season at Rockingham Speedway, or North Carolina Speedway. I just call it the Rock, of course. Yeah, one of my more favorable racetracks, of course. I love the Rock so much. It's really a fun track, of course. The last episode, we did wonders, of course, with our brand new team, of course. Starting off with really pretty good. Of course, we have our new rules in effect for the season. However, when it comes to Rockingham, we have yet to even win nor dominate this race. So we can actually make a setup all we want, which is really good. As a reminder, though, we're going to be starting in dead last every race this season. That's just how it's going to be. I did end up coming up with a strategy, though, like afterwards, seeing how we're not allowed to have any sort of sponsorship funding. We're not allowed to have any sponsorship funding at all, even though you can see there's clearly sponsors on the car. They're not in the game, of course, so literally no funding. That's kind of like what we were doing. In terms of like what we were going to do in the shop, I decided to go switch parts, of course, and of course begin to overhaul some new parts here. So what are the new parts? As from now, it's going to be a new engine. I can't even speak. A new engine from 82 to 88. Of course, we can only overhaul. We cannot build a new part. So I decided to hire top tier crew members just for this, because I already knew this is probably going to be pretty much our only chance to like overhaul like major stuff here, because I got to worry about money as well. But as soon as they're done, they're canned. That's all I have to say. As soon as these guys are done, they're like these three guys here, they're canned. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to cut costs here at that point forward. We have 3.28 million to play with, but of course we had amount of money that we were able to get from the last race at Daytona. So of course that's very good stuff there. Of course, no surprise here. We're the point leader, I would say. Even after having all this stuff here, nobody won the No Bull 5, so we're gonna take part in that in Las Vegas, of course. And let's just get on with the episode here today. We're gonna start from the back at the Rock.
We're in Rockingham, North Carolina, home of the North Carolina Speedway for today's race, the Subway 400. What makes the Rock so tough, Barney?
North Carolina is a fast track, considering it's only a mile long. The corners are tricky, though, and getting off them fast is the key to getting speed down the straightaways.
In 1999, Tony Stewart won the Rookie of the Year award with one of the finest first seasons in NASCAR history.
3 wins, 2 poles, and a 4th-place points finish. That's a tough act to follow for any driver, and I'll bet it'll be a long time before another rookie has a coming-out party that big.
After finishing second twice to Dale Earnhardt Jr. for the Busch Series Championship, Kenseth beat him out for Rookie of the Year in 2000.
And he did it without qualifying well. Despite only 2 top 10 starting spots, he posted a 14th place points finish and a win and 11 top 10s.
So Jason Leffler and Jack Sprague will share the front row here at the Rock today. But of course, it's not all about how fast you qualify, it's how fast you can get through the long run traffic. Great starting spot from Jerry Nadeau, as well as Chad Chaffin, who had a pretty decent race at the first race at Daytona. He's starting in 5th place here today. Really nice stuff to see out anyways. But as for us, we have 98 laps here at the Rockingham race, and we are underway here at the Rockingham Speedway. Of course, we're going to wait until before the start-finish line to start making passes here, because I just feel like I'm utilizing that rule for myself this season as well. Instead of just gaining like 5 or 6 spots at the end of the first corner because I'm just breaking the laws of like NASCAR as a whole, I decided to wait until the start-finish line now. As you can see, I'm starting to regret that decision a little bit, but as we're starting in P last, and still in P last, for now we're going to march our way through the field. We got Chad Little already as our first, Giga Chad, of course, still being the first one there, and then we got Bobby Hamilton Jr. alongside with Hank Parker. We're going to go down the inside with both of them. 3 wide maneuver for last place. We're driving like it's iRacing, but that's okay. We're making it work. And then we have Ron Hornaday up there. I mean, that's in front of Dick Trickle right now, but of course we also got Jay Sauter as well. Sauter had a great race in the Daytona 500. But he's going to have the long way to go, as well as Ron Hornaday, who is in the No Bull 5 for Las Vegas in the next episode. So we have to keep that in mind as well, as we're going down both the insides of both the Sabco cars of Santerre and Lazzaro. But now we're 3 wide with Lazzaro and and feed it well, but we're going to lose the straight line speed. I decided to have a little bit more downforce in the front of this car. I actually lost the setup data for my games because of that whole file corruption thing. Unfortunately, the save file for the setup is actually on that file, and I don't have the setup anymore. So I had to think of it like on the fly here. Hopefully it was still fast. I don't remember if the car had this much downforce on it, because I am losing a little bit on the straights, but say la vie if that's not the case. But we're going to go down the inside of Lyndon Amick, who unfortunately had an engine failure at the Daytona 500. Still rocking that camo National Guard Chevrolet. We're going to go past down the inside of Dale Earnhardt Jr. And now we're going to go through, maybe 3 wide down here. Oh, yeah, we can. We will. A little bit of a brotherly shove there from ourselves, Justin Labonte and Tony Raines. Oh, boy, 3 wide maneuvers back there. That almost didn't work out very well. Up next is Andy Houston in the 3. That's not Dale Sr. We're actually going to make a move on the outside. Not quite, actually. I don't think we're going to have the straight line speed because we actually don't have the straight line speed with this car. We're actually having more of a downforce setup for this thing just to get this thing better in the corners. We're going to probably lose the straight line battle here. No, we're actually keeping up with Andy. We're going to go down the inside and make a maneuver on him. Now we got Mike Borkowski in the 11, and Kurt Busch starting a little bit further back than I thought he would be. He's a little bit struggling so far to start his career mode. I thought he would be a little bit higher than where he is, but of course that's always like later on and like in the later parts of the career mode. I'm assuming he'll do a little bit better. Borkowski running that Junior Johnson and Associates car in the number 11. We're going to make a maneuver down on the inside of him. But Glenn Allen Jr. wanted to make a move on there, but it didn't quite work out very well. We got Tony Roper in the 14. We're kind of just following Kurt Busch a little bit there in that 18 Monster Energy Pontiac. And now we're just gonna make no work with them. Actually, gonna give them a little bit of a doinker there. Just let them know like, hey, welcome aboard the career mode, my friend. That's just how it goes sometimes with us. We make a little bit of aggressive maneuvers like that. We're actually already towards the midfield already as well. We got Randy LaJoie and Johnny Benson. Benson's had some flashes of brilliance in his career mode, but unfortunately not so much of this so far. Sprague has fallen back a lot, as you can see here. He was outside the outside pole. Now he's outside the top 20 in the less than 10 laps. Not a good start for the Petty Enterprise driver of Jack Sprague, just completely fallen back. And we got Mark Green in front of us. Sadly, not Ron Fellows. If Ron Fellows was still in his career mode, I would have made a paint scheme for him for sure. But nope, we've got Mark Green instead. We got Hermie Sadler as well. We're gonna go down the inside of both of them. We're gonna try to make it 3 wide maneuver there. And then, of course, we got pretty much one of the title favorites in front of us, Jeff Green in the 4. Well, Hermie's gonna get a run on the outside. We're gonna make a maneuver down the inside. So yeah, we're up to P18 already in a span of 10 laps. I don't think we're going to have any chance of maybe winning this race, but we can sure try. I think we're like one of the faster cars on the racetrack, though, lap time-wise. So we got around Jeff Green. Now we were trying to bide our time behind Chad and Jeff Gordon. And there's our pole sitter. Oh boy, a little bit tight there. I got a little bit tight there. That's going to lose the spot to Jeff Green, but we gained one on Chad. So unfortunately for Chad, he was the biggest loser out of that whole scenario there. I got a little bit tight there off of that one corner there, and we're gonna try to get that spot back. Of course, we got Jason Leffler up there, who was our pole sitter for this race. Unfortunately, falling back, not as bad as Jack Sprague, but he's definitely fallen back quite a bit though. And oh wow, making the moves already is Jeff Green in that number 4. He's on a mission now. He's just came like 4 spots in a matter of like 2 laps there. He is just hauling in that number 4 Nesquik chocolate bunny rabbit car, the Nestle Nesquik. Gotta go try to make a move on Jeff Gordon here down the inside, who honestly should have more success in this playthrough, but unfortunately he does not. Car's starting to get a little tight. I don't think I can make any adjustments to it because of the I already put it at max wedge -4 as I did before. That I remember having. But the leader, whoever that is completely gone right now. I'm not sure who that is. I haven't really seen him yet. But we're still stuck behind 13s trying to make a maneuver. I think Leffler might be starting to be a little bit faster than us somehow as well. I don't know, maybe I might have bid my time a little too much, I guess, wasted my tire. But we got Adam Petty having a great run now in that 88 Spree Ford in the top 10. But how long is that going to last with Jeff Green right behind? We're gonna, ooh, boy, a little bit tight there with Jeff Gordon, but we managed to make it work, and we're just going to stay inside P12. Jeff Green's trying to make a move on Adam, but not this time around. Ooh, Jeff Gordon almost wanted to do that, and yeah, this is definitely not the same setup I had last time, because my tires just got worn out a little bit quicker. So unfortunately for me, that was not the right setup I have. Oh well, he's got to grin and bear it, and hopefully we can make things work. Jeff Green now inside the top 10 as he took that spot away from Adam. We're gonna try to do the same here in just a second. Why not have one when you can try two? To 2 for 1 special here, but we're on the inside. They're gonna have a run off the corner. I might even lose the spot to Jeff Gordon. We're gonna make sure he's at the quarter panel so we don't lose the spot completely. Try to get back on that gas. Yeah, it's like turn 2 all over again where we're just too slow. I think it's because of the amount of downforce I decided to put on this car. We're gonna try to make a maneuver again on the inside of Adam Petty. John Andretti was having a good race too in that STP Pontiac. We're gonna do a slide job on Adam. We will take the spot away. Now we're almost inside the top 10. Whoever's the leader is just absolutely gone. He's almost a whole straightaway ahead of the rest of the field. My goodness, someone's a man on a mission, aren't they? Down the inside we go. We're gonna make it 3 wide again. This time, try to clear John Andretti, and we do. But he's gonna have to run back on the inside, the switchback maneuver. We're sandwiched in the middle, and we're gonna lose both those spots immediately. Wow, darn it. I feel like we can't get around this. I don't want to cut this off. This is a great battle here between ourselves, Jeff Green, and John Andretti, who's really trying to make these things happen for the King and then the 43 car. We're going to try to make it yet the same maneuver down the inside. We're going to try to make it a little bit of a better, well, not really a better job, I would say. I kind of just used him up a little bit there. But we're going to take this 10th spot away, so that's really unfortunate there by myself for just treating John Andretti like a iRacing driver. Oh, unfortunately for me, I think at the car, I just made it. I didn't really do any practice this time around. I just lost the setup. So now my setup is completely like tight off these corners now. I've lost base with Jeff Gordon. Now it's Kevin Harvick that's up there. Jeff Green's pulling away from me. Apparently Joe Nemechek's up there, so we might be able to sniff away a top 10, but we have the answer to Johnny Benson and Kurt Busch as well behind us. We actually scraped the wall earlier in the run as well. So I'm just kind of like limping and coasting it all the way through the corners now at this point, trying to save that right front. It's just limping it to the end. I mean, it just gives me an idea of like what to do for the second half though of this race. Anyway, we can actually I still feel like a top 10 is on the cards. I just got to do a better job at managing the tires still. But yeah, we're still sitting pretty at 11th. I'm still not sure who that leader is, but I think the lead is starting to sliver down a little bit there. I think somebody is really ready to just going after him now. Especially when the leader has lap traffic to deal with now, so that we have that battle to look like there as well. Yeah, we're just waiting for the pit cycle to commence, or a caution comes out. I think if caution comes out though, we're screwed. Fuel-wise, we're just not going to make it. So hopefully we'll figure something out there. Yeah, I need to pit this time. Yeah, most of the field's already come down pit road. One of us is not us. I can see the pit road is getting absolutely busy, so it's gonna be quite a risk getting into pit road now because of all the cars that are actually inside there, but we're gonna get in there. All right, I don't know if I can make any adjustments. It's a problem. All right, perfect pit entry. I really don't think I can because I already got and we got held up. Got Mike Wazowski friggin' blocked us there, unfortunately. But we're gonna get back in our pits and actually get ourselves a good pit cycle here. Come on, guys. Sorry about scraping the wall earlier. I was too tight. I don't think I can make any adjustments. I wish I could make more than just the wedge adjustments in this game. All right, that's not great, but we can work with that. So we're coming up behind Jeff Gordon, who actually pitted very early as well. So right now we're in P20. So we're just gonna have to deal with what we got. We got Joe Nemechek that just got in front of us as well. I guess Kenson got around us as well. We're gonna get out in front of Kurt Busch. That's very good. And we're gonna try to hopefully finish out this pit cycle a little bit further. Okay. Oh, whoa. Okay, I guess I need to relearn how to drive the car now. It looks like we cycled out P12, but Kurt is all over the back of me. I'm probably thinking about letting him go here, and just get him back later in the second half. I'm just trying to reserve my right front. Seeing how terrible it was in the first half of the second half of the run. And he's just pushing his stuff. He's already gone. He's not even close to like doing anything. Okay, I just got tight there. Yeah. This is what's known as missing the setup. Try to be patient with the car from this point forward. I don't want to burn the car up too much. I was running also 22.9s, but Johnny Benson's also really quicker as well. I'm pretty sure they made an adjustment as well. They always seem to get better in the second half of these races rather than the first. I mean, which is fine. It's good to game design, I think. Okay, we're gonna lose a spot to Benson as well, looks like here. So down the 14th we go. We're just gonna have to be patient with the second half of this run and let it come back to us. We made a repass on Johnny Benson, but who's just blown up? That's Casey Atwood, who was having a decent day, but it really didn't seem to matter for us. But we're gonna stay here in P13. We're lapping Jay Sauter in the 26, who had a great Daytona 500, finishing in the 9th spot there. I can't tell who's still leading this race. Who's leading this race? It's Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Green managed to get all the way up to 2nd. What a maneuver by the Ford car. I probably should have never let him go. Oh well, that's a bit unfortunate there for me, getting completely schooled by the Busch Series GOAT himself. Wow. All right then. I just keep telling y'all, like, look, Jeff Green's going to be a huge title threat of the season, as we see Casey Atwood sadly go down pit road, an engine failure for the PPI Motorsports team. Not a good day for them, unfortunately. We're up to P13. We got Kevin Harvick and Kurt Busch, the rookie class of 2001 in real life, going at it. Harvick being in the 36 and Kurt Busch being in the 18. Having a great run, both of them now. They both passed me. I think they're competing for the top 10 now because Keds is up there too. We're going to try to steal the top 10 away from them in a second here as well. I know my lap times have gotten better, but I just got to keep my momentum up as I just lost it there. Trying to set myself up for the turn 2 exit, because we all know that Rockingham in this game has a bump there, and we have to make sure we time that correctly as we can just be able to just gun it out of the corner. That's what I've been trying to do this entire time. So we're stuck in 13th. We're just trying to reel them guys in so we get ourselves a top 10. All right, now we got Harvick and Keds right in front of us as well. We're going to try to squeeze Harvick up. Benson, his teammate, behind as well. Gonna be trying to make them pass on him as well, so Harvick's gonna lose like 3-4 spots in a matter of like 4 laps, unfortunately for him in that 36 Pontiac. Trying to make a maneuver on Kent to get ourselves back up to 11th, and we do. We're gonna squeeze him up with Anthony Lazzaro in the 42. We've been still behind Joe Nemechek, our old former teammate here, as well this entire race. We're gonna try to get around him eventually as well, but Benson's really on us. The draft kind of feels like DRS in Formula 1 right now. When it comes to like receiving and getting it, because wow, holy smokes. Benson's gonna go on the inside. We're gonna just clip his nose a little bit, just tell him to back off a little bit there. We're gonna stay in P11. Joe and Kurt is being held up by Joe Nemechek, so he needs to get around him, but he can't go on the inside because Lyndon Avnick's over there, and then National Guard Chevrolet, he's a lap down now. And we're just trying to see like where we can go and finish off this race. We got just under 30 laps to go, so we still got a lot more time to go to reel these guys in. So we can't just push everything, even though my lap time says otherwise. Kurt is really having a hard time getting around these guys. So I'm gonna show him how it's done real quick down here as we go. Make a daring move on the veteran. On the National Guard veteran of Lyndon Avnick. Once again, thank you for your service. As we're gonna actually, oh man, Kurt lost a lot of momentum off of that as well. Benson really desperate to get around me as well. He is really desperate to try to get that spot away. Our tires are worn out already. Of course, that's just how it goes in this game with our tire wear stat. We're gonna try to make a maneuver on the inside of Joe Nemechek. We went really aggressive down in there, as well as Johnny Benson. He is relentless in that Aaron's Dream machine. He's really wanting to get himself like up there. We're just kind of like leading the way for him, really, in the turns. Like he's not being held up by anybody. We're just showing him where to go, like how to make these passes and all that. Come with me, and you will be. Well, you're stuck up there now, so I'm not sure why you stopped following me. Now you have. All right, now you're back in there again. So now we gotta keep relying on the draft here to pull ourselves up forward. I think the next spot ahead is Steve Park in the 1. That's up there. Everyone else is essentially a lap or 2 down already. Lap cars are double wide of Ron Hornaday and Bobby Hamilton Jr. in that Marines Ford. Steve's trying to make the outside line go, pushing Ron Hornaday, but now he has to deal with me down on the inside as well. Did I just see something? Did I just somehow like see somebody? Nah, okay, I was seeing things again. For some reason, ever since that one episode where Earnhardt despawned, I just thought for sure as I saw somebody despawned as well. Either way, we're up in the P8 now. We've got around Steve Park. Now I don't even know where 7th place is. Where even is 7th? So it's Johnson still leading. I'm sure not by much. 7th place is Jeff Gordon, who's like, I guess 3 seconds ahead. So I don't think we're gonna be able to catch him. But hey, if we finish 8th today out of all this, I'm okay with that. Oh my God, it got extremely tight. We actually lost the spot with Steve Park. Now we're kind of like on attack from Kurt and Johnny Benson. So now even the top 10 is starting to be in question at that point forward. We thought for sure we were able to get the 8th place and move along with our lives, but no. The car got very, very tight off me. I guess I took the corner completely wrong. I'm going to really have to baby fight, but I'm just really steering into the hard. I'm trying to defend against Johnny Benson, who's still on my tail. Like, I can't escape this Aaron's. Like, I don't want your match. I don't want anything from Aaron's, please. I don't want to be like a lucky dog or anything like that right now. Please go away. Go, Johnny, you're my guy, but please go away. But yeah, Johnny Benson now is back in the top 10, of course, for MB2 Motorsports number 10. Don't forget, it's not Tyler Jett anymore. It's MB2 in his universe now. Just trying to see if we can get ourselves, like, get a little bit of lap traffic help up there as well. Maybe we can retake that 8th spot. Okay, I just a little loose off the throttle there. That's gonna mess up my momentum going into the corner. So now I'm gonna have to play the Philadelphia Secretary of Defense once again. It seems, blocking both lanes. Shades of season 1 all over again, huh? And I left the bottom open. That's rather unfortunate. I left the bottom open. Oh my God, I'm not gonna lose it. Oh Jesus! Kamikaze dive by Kurt Busch there, and Mark Green has an engine failure. My goodness, a kamikaze dive. I'm just parking the bus on the bottom at this point forward. Get up on the wheel. Let's go. What are you even talking about, buddy? I don't know what you want me to do. As just trying to bring this home in 10th. I want to get a top 10 to start at the end of Rockingham. I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I don't think the lap traffic is really helping out as much either as I thought it would. I mean, I just lost the spot to Johnny Benson. He just passed me cleanly on the inside. I had no answer for that move he did, unfortunately. There, he's got to nurse this thing home all the way to the bank. At this point, just hopefully we get the finish where we're at in P10. Just call it a day. Coming in a white flag this time by. I'm not catching Johnny Benson, it looks like here. Yeah, they're getting away from me, crew chief. I know, they're getting away from me. But hey, we'll bring this thing home to a P10 finish here today for the Recycled Materials Association number 56. And who, I don't even know who's won, but hopefully it's not who I think it is. But yeah, we're gonna come across the line in P10 of the season here at Rockingham. What a good start. 2 races there. Brand new team, brand new rule set, and it's Jeff Burton who wins today over Jimmy Johnson.
The yellow flag didn't fly at all in this one.
Whoa, that doesn't happen very often. It makes you pay a whole lot more for any mistakes. You don't have the cushion of yellow flags to get caught up.
The 56 car ended up in the top 10 at the end of the race.
Top 10s are sometimes just as hard to get as a win. That whole team did a great job.
We hope you enjoyed today's broadcast of NASCAR Winston Cup Racing on the voice of NASCAR, MRN. Next up is Las Vegas.
So the mayor is back in town. Jeff Burton steals the win from what it looks like Jimmy Johnson, who has been dominating the entire race. So once again, another heartbreaker for Jimmy Johnson, it seems, who has pretty much dominated the entire race until Jeff Burton just shows his electrifying self. I mean, speaking of lightning quick, we already know Jeff Burton's lightning quick. He's going to be even more lightning quick this season, especially now in this universe. He has 5 championships and now even surpassed David Pearson. But the amount of wins on the all-time win list there, with now 111, I think, at this point now. Yeah, as I said before, Jeff Burton's going to be the one to beat for the title, it looks like, for us. So that's going to be a bit of a challenge even more for us, seeing how it's just basically him against us for the championship. So let's hope it's not that way, yeah? Well, only $58,000 out of that with that top 10. But you can see the top 10 results there of Jeff Burton, Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Green, Tony Stewart, Jason Keller, Ward Burton, Jeff Gordon, Steve Park, Johnny Benson, and ourselves end up in P10. I feel like we could have gotten P8, but we just completely messed up there. We lost a few spots because of that. And Jimmy Johnson ending up leading the most laps, but it's just again, Jimmy just can't seem to win in this playthrough legitimately. We have Jeff Burton that just happened to steal at the very end. We had 15 lead changes here. That's pretty lot for the Rock. Jeff Green, what a drive for him, 31st to 3rd. And as we take a look through where the rest of the field will be, Mike Borkowski, a pretty solid 16th place run after all that. As we'll take a look through the final results here, and as we have 2 retirees of Mark Green and Casey Atwood. Up next is Las Vegas, which will be a Noble 5 race for us. Of course, there should be no surprise in who's leading the point standings now. We dropped the 4th, but man, Jeff Burton is going to be hard to beat down here this season, I think. He's going to be really hard to take down. Yeah, like his average finish is a whopping 1.5 out of the first 2 races. Jason Keller is ending up in second, with Jeff Green being right behind. Ourselves in 4th. Jimmy Johnson now 5th in points. This is going to be quite the ride for the title fight this season, I believe. It's probably going to involve, well, I think the 4 of us here: Green, Keller, Burton, myself, and maybe even Tony Stewart as well. If Johnson can somehow manage to get himself up into the win column, then yeah, he might be a good one to fight for, as well as we get the all charged up Kurt Busch with the fastest pace award as well. As now, as far as the lap champion is concerned, Jimmy Johnson now has led the most laps this season with 71. We are now down to 3rd with 18. So yeah, that was pretty good. That was a really good race overall, I would say. I just wish we haven't lost those 2 spots, though. That's really going to kind of hurt us a little bit in the points battle here against Jeff Burton and all the others. But anyway, guys, if you like the episode, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. It helps out the channel quite a bit. And as always, we'll see you at the next one at the No Bull 5 race at Las Vegas. See you guys then.